Hey guys, just want to talk with you for a few minutes about why I eat white rice instead of brown rice. I used to be, back when I was a Weston A. Price person, I would always do brown rice because I just knew it was the healthiest choice. And then even after I heard it had more arsenic than white rice, I still continued to do it because I thought that the health benefits were so much. But the more I learned, the less I, had this idea that brown rice is healthier than white rice. In fact, right now, especially for my diet and my lifestyle, my kids' lifestyle, I definitely think that white rice is better. And I will tell you why. So, one of the first things, and I've talked about this in one of my recent last videos, has to do with how much you're willing to eat. If you eat, let's say you think raw broccoli is better than steamed broccoli, but you don't like raw broccoli, but you'll eat a bunch of steamed broccoli, then obviously for you, steamed broccoli is a healthier choice, and it's the same thing. If you're gonna eat more white rice, and if you can get a kid that is kind of a picky eater to eat more white rice than you could to get him to eat brown rice, then that's going to be better. Another thing has to do with digestibility. And it is harder to digest all the extra types of fibers and everything in, especially for children. They say that kids should actually only have about half of their whole grain consumption, or excuse me, half of their grain consumption as whole grains, because their digestive systems can really be overloaded by too much and not necessarily just like too much fiber, but too much of a certain type of fiber, or too much harder to digest materials. Another thing has to do with the phytic acid. Phytic acid is, again, something the Weston A. Price people always talk about grains, and I don't think it's that big of an issue, but it is somewhat of an issue. It is an anti-nutrient, and it does keep you from digesting the nutrients that are in the food. So if brown rice has more nutrients, but has also more phytic acid that blocks the absorption of those nutrients, then those nutrients are basically null and void. So yeah, white rice has significantly less phytic acid, which is good. And then also arsenic, like I mentioned in the beginning. Arsenic is something that is, again, significantly more present in brown rice, even if it's organic. And plus, it's just more pleasurable. It's just better. It's more pleasurable to eat. And the thing about white rice, too, that people don't realize, it's like, and I just mentioned this, too, in another video that I did. Same video where I was talking about iceberg lettuce, and same principle that I was talking about the broccoli in. And basically, people think that it's like iceberg lettuce. People think that iceberg lettuce has no nutrients. It's total bullshit. The same thing with white rice. People have been told because it has less nutrients than white rice, and also by, again, people like the Weston A. Price people who want to scare you away from eating grains, that it has too much of this, too much of that, and it doesn't have any nutrient value, and people just eat this shit up. They don't even research it. They just take what they hear on the TV, and these people are reporting on studies that are bogus and biased from the beginning, and then they report on them in also a biased way because their sponsors are trying to sell you burgers. Their sponsors, not only are the people who are sponsoring these studies, a lot of times big pharma, big meat, big industry, big dairy. Atkins sponsor studies. You got to read the author affiliations and find them if they're not listed, and all of that. But anyway, let me just get to the point here. White rice does have nutrients, and actually people don't know this, but even just 1 cup of white rice, according to Chronometer, has 4.3 grams of protein. So I don't know anybody who just eats 1 cup. I think on average, probably, for me, like if I was going to eat rice, I would eat at least 2 cups of rice. Some people, I guess, might eat one rice, but 4 grams protein is a decent size of protein. And I think something is considered, you can say something is like, has a good amount of protein or a high amount of protein if it has like 7 grams. So 2 cups of rice is high protein. It's a good source of protein. So that's interesting. Most people don't know that. And again, this quality of protein is going to be better than animal protein. Animal protein, people think, is so good for you, but it's not. It causes cancer. It's bad for you. Saturated fat, not good for you. There is a tiny bit of saturated fat in rice, but obviously it's in minuscule amounts. Rice has B vitamins. People don't think of actually pretty good percentage of B vitamins. It's got folate. It has minerals. It's got iron, pretty good amount. It's got copper, manganese, really good. It's a pretty good source of manganese, and selenium. And selenium is something that a lot of people are totally deficient in and don't even know it. They don't even hear about selenium. So again, if you want to eat rice, you know, get these nutrients in, get these, and don't be scared of the carbs. You know, don't be scared of it. It's good for you. It's what our body runs off of. I eat tons of grams of carbs. Every overweight person that I know is on a low carb diet, and that's why they're still overweight, because they're doing the wrong thing. They're listening to the wrong people. Follow people who are slim. Follow people who, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's some slim people out there, but you can't just do that overall, because some people abuse drugs. Some people are using, you know, amphetamines and different things to keep their body weight low. But when you look at somebody like me who's managed to maintain a low weight, healthy weight, you know, after all of these years, on a very high carb diet, then it shows that it is possible. And white rice in general is very, very, very low fat. 1 cup of white rice, it does have 200 calories, but those are calories, again, that are going to keep you going. And again, calories that have 0.4 grams of fat. So I always talk on my channel about how it's the fat, it's the sodium, which has like no sodium in it, and it'll fill you up. A cup of rice, 0.4 grams of fat. This is clean energy that's going to go through your system like that. It's the fat that's going to stick to your body. Rice is amazing. I eat it almost every day, even if it's in small amounts, like in little pieces of sushi or something. It really fills me up, keeps me from eating salty stuff, fatty stuff. If you're overweight or obese, definitely cut out the fat, cut out the salt, and you will lose weight immediately. Okay? Try it. Let me know what you think. Ask me any questions on my Tumblr, Claire Berry on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Pinterest. And I'm also Miss B-Face on the Snapchat. So let me know how you doing. Take it easy. Talk to you guys later. Bye.